Oh my God, my God. What's up, people? This is your boy DJ Q Clubhead. I'm at the circle, playing the circle dance right now. Get ready to go walk down memory lane. Come on with me. Oh yeah. DuPont Circle. We used to call it, for people back in the day, we used to call it the Fruit Loop. I'm going to leave that alone. It's kind of derogatory, but anyway, it was a term of endearment for back in the day. This is the fountain here in the middle of DuPont Circle. Okay, now I am in front of my old job right now, and it looks like it changed names to something else. Let me turn this around. Take a look at this. This building right here with this iconic subway, and now it's a comic book store upstairs. Used to be the home of one of the iconic record stores in the world. I'm gonna give it that. The 12-inch was off the chain. This is where 12-inch used to be, where I used to spend all of my time. Well, I hope you enjoy my little snippet of walking down memory lane here in DC in DuPont Circle when I first moved to DC back in late 86, early 87, and I was fortunate enough to talk my way into a job that changed my life, and the people that I was around back then molded me into the DJ and the person, because I was a kid when I moved here. I just turned 21. I was living in Virginia. I had to learn the subway and all that stuff, the metro, how to get back and forth to work and everything. And then maybe like a month before I got the job here, I had met Mandrill at the Clubhouse. And this is a funny story. If you ever ask him about it, I always remind him of how we met. He had played a track, of course, it was a track. And why this person right now want to do a blower where I'm doing all this talking? But anyway, as you see, I'm doing this. But anyway, it ain't doing nothing but walking around, but I digress. But I went out there Saturday, as I was talking and telling you, I went out that Saturday night, and Mandrill was featured that night, and he slayed it. He killed it. He did everything he could. He played so much music, my head was hurting. But there was one particular track that wore me out, and every time I hear that track today, that track is what, in my heart, what the Clubhouse was out for, a real club song that was truly underground before they called it underground. Eventually, I found the name of the song. It was Reese and Santonio's The Sound, but I know the name by then because I was working at the store and I didn't know nothing about music like that. But anyway, later on that week, I just happened to go to 12-inch and didn't realize that Mandrill worked there. So I guess it was God again stepping in, and I was in the store with him, and I kind of stalked him a little bit. You know, if you've been to 12-inch back in the day, it was that big. So it's at the lower level where all the records was. So Mandrill was, busy putting the records back that people take out. That was our job. So when people take the records, they would give them back to us. Then we have to put them back in numerical order by label. So that's what Mandrill was doing his job. And I was trying to ask him questions, and other people was in there. Mandrill was a celebrity and still is in my heart. And people coming in asking, "Oh man, you killed it! And what did you play this? Blah blah blah." And he's trying to carry on the conversation and put music back. So I'm standing there listening and watching the people and everything. And I finally get my chance to say something to him. So he's running around, and I'm kind of stalking him like I'm a predator in Africa to get his attention. So I finally get him to sit still, and then he think, "Okay, what do you want?" And you know how Mandrill talks anyway. And I tried to actually sing a beat to him. And Mandrill gave me that head turn like the police like. And all he could say was, "Get the hell out of my store. How the hell I'm going to remember a goddamn beat?" And I said something funny, and he laughed. And I guess that must have made him warm up to me because he started talking and everything. And then we conversed. I told him what it was. It's all cool and everything. And, a month later, I actually interviewed for a job there, and with Gary, Resh's partner, and he said, "I like what you present, blah, blah, blah. Let me talk to Resh." Resh came in as we were talking. He pulled me to the side. We sat over in the corner, told him who I was and all this good stuff, and I guess I did gift the gab. I talked my way into a job, and he gave me a trial, and I ended up being there for almost 2 years with him, and those people became my family. Resh, Gary, Sam the Man Burns, Alice Dell, Reggie Wilson, Mandra Harris. I mean, I didn't know. I was in heaven. I really was. That was the best time of my life, I could say. I'm 60 years old, but I would have to say that was the best time of my life. I got to meet the icons of house music before they were icons. Ultra Nate, met her before she was Ultra. Crystal Waters before she was Crystal Waters. You know, Tommy and Teddy and Jay are the Basement Boys. Now, Tommy's my brother. We talk all the time. And he is one of my mentors in production. I talk about him really hard when we're alone, but I love that brother, and I respect, and he's one of my mentors. And if you see this, Tommy, I'm going to deny everything I said right now. So it's a lie. My name is Donald Trump. Okay. Anyway, I digress. I'm just feeling good today. It's a beautiful day here, and I'm getting ready for tonight here in D.C. at ESL. So any clubheads from back in the day, if you're able, come out tonight, 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to be one of the early sets, so we're going to have to stay out like too late. But come on out and give me a hug and a shout, and we'll reminisce. I got a beat for you, though. I got some shit. So, anyway, thank you for walking down memory lane for me for a minute, and hope to see you. And get ready for July 10th. We'll talk about it in another post. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.